Joseph R. Wheeler III, artist, founder, president of the ONYXCON Foundation. What it do, what it do. We gonna get straight to it. We talking what we talk. We just chit-chatting it up with y'all as I'm out here on my missions. Before the sun go down, I figured I'd let y'all see my face in the place. ONYXCON salute. All right. ONYXCON. That's what you're supposed to say. When I say Onyx, you're supposed to say con. Okay? That's the way that works. So, you see it. It is what it is. I looked up the score later and I said, I'll be damned. They lost it. They were ahead and then, they lost the game. But so what? You have moments. You have knockdowns. The main thing is that you get back up. They keep getting back up. Hello. Shout out to Hunter. Shout out to the QB. Shout out to the whole team. Jacksonville, Jags, and the Hills. I rock with them because I got family down there, and they remind me of my Falcons, how they have their ups and downs and all around. It's like, yo, we're going to win some, we're going to lose some, but we're going to look good doing all of them because they do be fresh. I like that Jaguar. You know what I mean? And I'm that casual fan who ain't got no problem saying, hey, I ain't got time to be on the couch. Won't be on the couch. You can't make no money on the couch unless you're playing some games or doing some content or something that's going to build your situation. But, if you don't need that, I understand. But I do. So I had to get out here and make it do what it do. And that's what we do every single day. Every damn day. But I ain't gonna front though. I'm getting tired of that shit. I'm real tired of this actually. I'm tired of all this riding for the, as folks used to say back in the 70s, for the man. It's like, no, I'm the man. I ain't trying to ride for these people, man. Damn corpos. Shout out my chooms who understand my lingo from Cyberpunk, you know what I'm saying? All these corpos, man. Shout out to all my real chooms, people who subscribe, people who keep it live when they subscribe, not just like, not just watch a couple of shorts, they actually watch the long videos. They done seen all 1.5, and 2 episodes of Cyberpunk ATL. That's our latest feature. Right here, right now. Put up another short for it today, hyping it up. Use that old Deuce track, that Crunk Ain't Dead. Crunk Ain't Dead. Remember that went viral some years ago. Everybody was dancing to it. All kind of little videos and stuff. But it just gets you hype. It's one of them hype joints. It's ignorant as hell. It's ratchet as it want to be, but it's it ain't about the lyrics as much for me as the beat, that rhythm, man. That just dun, 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 dun. Crunk ain't dead, crunk ain't dead, crunk ain't dead. It just gets you going. It just gets you going. So I put that on there with a whole bunch of imagery from the latest episode of Cyberpunk ATL to get y'all. Crunk ain't dead, so get you right, get your understanding. You need to watch that. You need to know about that. Speaking of Southern things, crunk things and related, shout out to Outkast, inducted officially into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And if you haven't seen some of the speeches, especially Big Boy and Dre, when they got up on the mic, man, wow, when Dre hit it, boy, I was like, okay, it's getting a little misty in here. Because when he got emotional, that hit me a little bit because, man, we the same age, man. We from the same tribe. We from the same, times in Atlanta history. And I can remember when wasn't nobody thinking about groups like Outkast. I mean, when they came out, when folk was fronting on them and didn't understand how powerful they were going to be, but all those folks from Atlanta, we knew what we had. We knew that the A was about to take this shit over, and we did. And we did. We knew. I remember being in college, in my first year of college, in New York, okay? And I'm like the only Southern thing up there. Who else was up from the South? I don't think anybody else was from the South. I had a couple of friends who were Southern-like. Like I had a homeboy from Albany, New York, and I thought he was from the South because, what I learned about that when I got up there is I said, man, if you're not in the city, you country. I don't give a damn where you are in the world. If you're not in the city, like you were born, and I'm talking about buildings around you all the time, you country. And you shouldn't be ashamed of it. There's different levels of country. There's different levels. But you are a type of country if you're not in a city. Like if you're not so urbanized and like if it bothers you to go to sleep to the sound of sirens, you country. You know, when I first got to New York, I couldn't sleep under that shit. I was like, man, this is crazy. People literally deal with this, like sirens and gunshots every night, like pop, 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 pop. That was normal. That was not, and then you get used to it. That's when you know, okay, I'm losing my mind here, because I'm getting used to this shit. This ain't normal. This ain't normal. Okay. But yeah, I remember being in New York and we were watching some videos. Me and my boys had friends from DC, New York. Everybody was from up there. DC, New York. Who else was in there? One of my boys from LA. Yeah. But everybody else was from other places, my point. And we were watching these music videos, and Outkast came on. First time I had ever seen them in my life. And it was Players Ball, the video. And I said, wait a minute. That's ATL. That's Atlanta. And I jumped up by myself. I was all, because they was always making all these jokes and assumptions about Atlanta. And I was like, that's Atlanta. That's Atlanta. And they were just all like, they were in shock because they couldn't believe that they were flowing, they were lyrical. It wasn't booty shake, even though I got no shame about booty shake. We love bass. Everybody else called it booty shake. We call it bass. It's just bass. We love bass, and we ain't gonna never disrespect bass and act like we shame a bass. Bass was it. Like, what y'all, y'all jealous of us because we have parties where we actually dance with our women. Not just stand on the wall and grill each other with some Timbs on waiting on the fight. It's like, no, motherfucker, we here to party with these fine-ass girls. That's what we used to do in ATL, in real Atlanta. Yeah, back in the day Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's right. Put them hearts up for the real shit, So they was in shock. They was just like, damn, they lyrical? The boy got flow. And I can remember one of my boys from North Carolina, he was loving it because, he was connected to Brooklyn because he had family in Brooklyn. But he was like, oh, yeah, I know what that is. Yeah. And from there on, it was just like, it was that slow progress. After them, Goody Mob and everybody else from Dungeon Family. And the rest is history. The South got something to say. And oh, yeah. Let's see here how I want to do this. Okay, we're going to do it like that. Yeah, I'm back, y'all. I'm back. That's interesting. I don't know if they done changed it where you don't have to tell it to do sideways. It didn't trip when my phone was sideways. And you usually had to tell it if you want horizontal or vertical. And I didn't have to do that. Like, they must be advancing some things here on YouTube where you don't have to do that. Let me find out. That'd be all I need. That's beautiful. Let me see. Can I show y'all this? Is it gonna make any sense for me to flip the camera with trees? Even though they're beautiful too, you ain't gonna really see the sky like I want y'all to see it. Let me see. Hold on. I think I can get it right about now. Look at that sky. Oh my gosh, look at that sky. What? Woo, I love fall. I love the way the sky be doing all them tricks and special treats in the fall. It is so freaking gorgeous. Look at that. How gradient falls from fire type color all the way over to like that cool blue. Just, oh well, the trees block it now, but dang, man, I love that. I love that. Love that. Fall is where it's at for that. Them skies in the evening, man. I love me some good sunsets. Hit the love button if you love sunsets. Make sure you subscribe if you love sunsets. Every now and then I put up some sunset videos, pictures and whatnot, especially in my shorts. It's one of the many things part of ONYXCON Outdoors Worldwide. Here where we do all this multi-niche content, multiple things. Dealing with the great outdoors. Then we might flip it into talking about some video games, flip it from there into movies. Did y'all see Predator Badlands? Going into the next week, maybe I can do another follow-up video about it and get into I don't need to do a follow-up. I said enough about that. I went off on mine. I went in there. Yeah, I went in on that one. If you ain't seen that review I did of that, And it's, spoiler free for anybody who ain't seen the movie, but I really just got into the theology of how movies like Predator and concepts like Predator can be very cool, but at the same time be quite twisted in origin. And those of us who are aware of where these things come from and how they started, it's not, a debate at all. It's just, yeah, that is pretty messed up how they get it going usually when they come up with these different things. But, as fans of sci-fi and everything, and when you're born in America and you're dealing with American politics, history, the constructs of racism and everything, you go through your whole situation constantly with a filter for how much bullshit you gonna digest and not call it what it is, just to enjoy it, just to try to enjoy it like everybody else, just try to be like, okay, I'm gonna pretend I don't know. You gave this thing some stuff that looked like locks on purpose, because then you look and research and you find out, oh, they based it on a painting that this one dude who's the same guy, Cameron, who did Avatar, who we know is a racist prick. Yeah, I called him what the fuck he is. I don't give a shit. I'm in the biz. See, I'm that dude. I guess that's why I haven't blown up in Hollywood. Because they like, Joseph will slap the shit out of all of us. You know that, right? You know his crazy ass will come up in here, and as soon as you get weird with him and say something stupid, he might just slap the shit out your ass. Like, he just might do it. And we can give a damn. We don't give a damn. Because but that's why, I know that's why, in some ways. And then there's other things too, because I've been on so many sets and dealt with so much stuff here and there. And you let some stuff slide, you let some other stuff slide, and the other stuff, you're like, you know what? No, enough. And then I've seen my contemporaries, actors who were the legends on the show. They are the reason for the season. They're the reason we there. Check folk, And I've seen how they know when they do it. They like, okay, I pick my battles. It's today to day. Yeah, today to day. All right, you motherfucker, and they go there, right? Damn, look at this sky. It is showing out. I got to show y'all this sky. See, this is what keeps me calm. This is what keeps me right here. Look at that. Oh my gosh, look at that sky. Hold on. Look at that sky. Y'all, it ain't doing it no justice. What I'm seeing through the phone ain't giving it no justice. Oh my gosh. Look at them pillows on fire in the sky. You like that poetry? I got plenty. Look at them pillows on fire. That's gorgeous, man. That's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. What is that? Velvet? If you know what movie that came from, hit the love button. Make sure you subscribe. Only my real ones. Only the real survive. Only the real survive. Where'd that come from? What album is that from? Only the real survive. If you don't know, oh yeah. Yeah, they changed something, y'all. I can turn this phone any way, horizontal, vertical, it don't matter. It's acting right. It ain't tripping. It's letting me talk. I love it. Thank you for advancements, YouTube. I wish y'all would let us know, but thank you. All right, I ain't got much light left, so I'm gonna make my last few statements, like all my words, profound. I was talking about being in the biz. I was talking about sidestepping the BS. I ain't gonna go too far. I was thinking, I said, I want to come back with that. And I come back on the break. No. I'm gonna leave that alone. I want y'all to just watch the video. Watch the video. You'll see what my thoughts were about the history of the Predator franchise and the new movie. And don't get me wrong, I enjoyed the movie more or less. I had my issues with it. And I can see from other people's reviews that they had the same problems with it that I did. Everybody sees this corporate old school Disneyfication of things. When I say old school Disneyfication, I mean Disney ain't gonna be known in a few, probably already, for what it used to be known for. It's not just, Mickey Mouse and Goofy and Minnie and all that. No, we got Marvel, we got all these other entities. You got National Geographic on Disney+. You got a lot of, they own a lot right now. So their branding is, like I tell y'all all the time here, they do multi-niche content. This is why ONYXCON knows, I didn't decide to do that because, oh, look, Disney and them did it. No, this is just how I am. But I know it's brilliant, and I'm going to win in the end because that's going to be the format of everybody on YouTube. Y'all keep hearing me say it. I can't wait till y'all have to give me my flowers. I ain't asking you. I'm going to be taking them. Like, give me my flowers. Give me my flowers. Because they mine. I'm the only one talking about this. I'm the only one hashtagging it, saying multi-niche content. We're the only ones saying it out loud. Everybody else is kind of tiptoeing around it. Is it okay if, even though I've been doing just car content for a year, if I tell y'all that I also like to collect toys? Is that okay? Yeah, grown ass man, do what the hell you do in your life. Yes, grown woman, do what you do in your life. Like ladies that don't want to just be pretty, I love that y'all do, but you know, if they do more than just makeup tutorials, maybe they like to travel, maybe they like to talk about politics, maybe they like to do a lot of different things. Do it. Do it, whatever the hell it is, do it. Do all of it. Because I promise you, the algorithm gonna switch on you, just like it switched with this, everything's shorts. Everything's shorts. All they want is shorts, shorts, shorts. I don't even trip no more, man. The clock is ticking. I got goals. I got things I need to do in this life. And I love what I do when I do it. So I'm gonna have to go with the flow a little bit to be successful, but I also go against the grain when I know the grain is gonna change. And in this case, like I do a lot of shorts, but I don't stop doing multi-niche. And yes, it's a pain in the ass because people come, I know what it is. Some of y'all literally followed the channel because y'all like sneakers and y'all saw that I was doing some sneaker content and shorts. But that ain't all I do here. So anytime y'all turn it on, you don't see a shoe, y'all like, oh, he ain't talking about no shoe, I don't want to see this. That's your, hey. If you that narrow, you really ain't my audience no way. Because half the ones who do that, guess what they do? They give a pinch. And when I say a pinch, I mean a pinch of watch time hours. But they're irrelevant anyway because they haven't even subscribed. I figured it out. I used to be like debating if that's what it is. I am not questioning myself no more. I've been right too many times. When I get enough evidence and do my research and calculate, I said, that's what it is. Everybody who leaves when they don't see what they particularly like, they not subscribers, no way. The only reason I even keep appearing when they come on YouTube is because they ever watched anything we did here. So I'm gonna pop up every now and then. If you ever sat down and watched anything, it remembers that. It's like, you watch some ONYXCON content, so we're gonna give you some more of that. And he's like, whoa, did I subscribe to that? No, you should, but you know. And then what it is occasionally there'll be the person who is like, oh man, I don't care that he do all this other stuff. All that looks interesting too. Let me see what else he talking about. This dude is, what he doing? This is interesting. I like this. And they hit that button. They like me. They don't be debating and over theorizing it once they get a good vibe. They read energy real well. Some people don't read energy real well. That's how they end up in really, really sad situations most of their life. And we all have our pitfalls, but I'm talking about people who just keep falling one hole to another hole because they don't read energy well. They do not read energy well. I had to learn to read energy well. All of the jobs I've ever had forced me to. From stuff in the film business to even before that was ever a part of my life. Just being an artist in general, the stuff we go through and what you have to maneuver and come to understand and evaluate. And you have to wear so many more hats than the average person does to just get, a job in whatever their field is. That's one of those, I call them the accepted parts of the machine, you know what I'm saying? And that's no fault of the people if that's what they want to do. I'm just saying you got to know your position in the game and know that, if you're part of medical, military, tech, any form of corporate, because all those can be corporate, but any form of corporate on its highest levels. And there's a number of other big categories, but those are some of the biggest ones that cover just about everything I need to say. If you're a part of those, then yeah, you're going to have, if you get a certain, if you keep climbing the ladder and you're successful enough at it, you'll get comfortable. Insurance, did I forget? All of that. I said law during the law, of course. I said medical, doctors, lawyers, blah, 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 blah. So all of that stuff, but like I said, military and all that too, If your job ties into the prison industrial complex, your law enforcement, something like that, whether you agree with that philosophy and what they're doing with that or not, if you're a part of it, there's a reason why you can pay most of your bills. There's a reason. I'm not coming for you. I'm telling you what you're a part of. It's a system. That's why they call it a system. And everything I'm saying could be proven. You can just go to ChatGPT and run everything I just said and say, how true is it that all of these categories are what really make the U.S. economy and most economies in the world go round? And it's going to be like, you're absolutely right, as a matter of fact. And then it's going to give you them long-ass lists and chop it up in all these categories. I'm not asking, I'm telling. But when you're in the arts, you're outside the box because you're always analyzing everything. And governments don't like that unless they've always made money off of the arts and understood that it's a huge part of their economy. And then they celebrate that and marginalize, hand-selected, gate-kept. Okay, we'll let this one in, that one in, we'll let that in, and the rest of them, they talking too much of that. Wake up and realize how things really work and how we supposed to be. We don't need too much of that natural shit because we're doing some unnatural shit to make this money. So we need everybody loving all that unnatural shit enough to not be questioning it. Some of y'all just shit a brick. The rest of y'all still scratching your head like, huh? Exactly. But when you know that, right? Then you're no longer as you're still frustrated, but you're not as angry about how it goes for all of us who have to tolerate all this other shit till we get where we're going. But one thing I know for sure, if you are steeped in the majesty of the universe, if you are truly surrounded with the armor of that power, it's irresistible. And that's why, even with the low numbers we're struggling with on our watch time hours, we still get subscribers. Because people are attracted to the truth. Even when they don't understand if they may be saying, I don't know why I like it, but I like it. Because it's the truth. That's why. And it comes in many forms. And when you get that real, you're like, man, hell with that other. I like the way I felt when I was around them people that just be honest, you know, and, hey, man, say what it really is. I don't get that every day. I don't hardly ever get that. Like, wow, that was amazing. Even if it don't, like I say, because you could be so steeped in the artificial, it don't make sense at first. But it's still speaking to that part of you that's natural, if there's anything left. If you ain't bored all the way out. See, this is why I love cyberpunk. Oh, my gosh. What a concept. What a concept. What a genre. You ain't bored. You got to be a little bit bored to survive. That's the cyberpunk reality. I'm talking to you through this device. I'm a little bit bored. You got to be bored out to survive. You got to be. There's no, well, I can do it without it. I'm off grid. Then why the hell are you online telling everybody you're off grid? What the fuck you talking about? You ain't nobody that damn off grid. Nobody. It's just silly. It's all I'm saying. I'm not mad at you for wanting to be. I'm mad that you really think you are. That's ridiculous. Don't play with yourself. You're going to hurt yourself that way. You're going to find yourself in a situation. Damn, I didn't pay my Xfinity bill. Oh, shit. I can't go live. What the fuck you think it is, man? We in this mess. This is the Matrix.